Hey, where's everybody? Gee, everybody's working really hard these days. The economy must be good. The home crying, the market drop 800 points or something, right? Oh, really? That's because they're afraid. Oh,
You should remember, otherwise you won't have to do it. I'm
what?
paying $25 for Ken's,
Okay.
but I don't have 12, so I'm gonna give
I
him
know.
10.
I can give you some
Oh, do you want
change.
change?
You need some ones?
Yeah.
Let's see if I have any. Oh wait, there's ones over here by the coffee thing. Well, not a whole lot. What do you need?
I need to.
You need two. Let me see if I get. So we just try to slow it down a little in hand movements. Not that the hands are slow, it's just that not finishing, it's too rushed in the sense that between the movements it's too fast. You have to finish it, because you have to let the energy or the feeling of the movement reach its final destination. That way, your body will start to recognize. It's actually your brain will recognize a final position. You know, how do you finish the movement and then get it to register. If it's too quick, it's just not finishing, getting that, that split second. It's probably very short that it needs to register. But you have to finish the movement. Everything has to be finished. So it just has to complete. Then your body starts to react. Then when it goes fast, it still goes there, and because the body knows, like it's like a trigger point. It's signaling to say, okay, do it. The next movement happens. The next movement happens. The next movement happens. But that's how I'm explaining it. I mean, it's much more complicated than that. But you still have the proprioception, the reflex actions, and the feedback from that position to here is happening. And I don't know how quick that is, but it's very fast. So the signal, because how do you know? You really, on the physical level, you don't know. It's what's happening through internally what's going on. So you have to dial in your position, and you develop a feeling, and then once you correct it and correct it and correct it, eventually it finds that position. Now, if movements are driven from the body, then it's the step that takes your hand to that position. It's really not just, it's rushing it. You have to coordinate the movement forward and settle. You are still settling. You're rooting in the moment of that. So that's what you're looking for, is a timing. So let's try it again. Okay, ready? Begin. It's just a matter of moving it up. You're ready to try it. Just watch. So even here, you find your sun-aligned position, then it comes here, and then here. So this is pretty close to your body. It's not out here. Turn. Turn. Okay, close. Okay, so let's go through it again. How about one at a time? Just so everyone else can observe. Not that we're going to make any comments or criticism. We just kind of look at it to see how it looks, to see how different everyone looks, and then you kind of just take that information and then we can maybe make some pointers. Okay, ready? So Seth, why don't you go through it first? Just go 3 forward and then 3 the other way and then 3 back. So it's short, just to get. Okay, Kim? Okay. And Rob? Okay, Stephen? Okay, Eddie? Yeah, run through it. Okay, Piglet? Okay, good. And Sonny? Okay, good. So we can see that everyone has a little different take on it, because it's what we see is what we try to do, and we assume that our body is cooperating. So it is something that we have to continually do, see it, try to replicate it, and then develop some of the understanding. But it all comes down to geometry and position. Geometry and position, your body has to recognize the different shapes. Center line. So if you have a center line, it's very narrow. Your center line is very narrowed. So when you go through your center, it should be right in your center. It shouldn't be a little bit here, so then there's no accuracy of that position, because the center line is really a function of your shoulder, your elbow, and your position in here. Your joint has a position there, your elbow has a position here, and your wrist has a position here. So you have to regulate how much this is. So if your hand's kind of here, then this isn't closed enough. You have to close it. If you close it too much and your hand starts pointing over there, you have to adjust this. Then you have to lift your fingertip, and then you straighten your arm. So the extension of your arm comes like this, or you can do it short, but the thing is, we're doing it long, right? So you want to get the full extension to get it to there. So it's on your center line. This has to come to your center, and then it comes to here. And then this is on your center line. But when you thrust out, you don't want your hand to go that way. You want it to go this way. Right? So you have to thrust straight. Now when you go forward, this comes here. Now regardless of whether you're like this or like this or like this, there still has to be a consistency of that. So we're using this one, then it should be close, fairly close to the rock. So the closeness of this to here has to do with here, right? Because if you relax your shoulder, it's going to come here. If it's not relaxed completely, then it's going to be gapping, you see. So that's what your body has to understand. But then don't forget, you're moving. So on the way down, it has to relax here and here. So you inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So you look for the accuracy of movement so that you can feel just that it's clicking in there. Now when you move forward and back, because you're moving forward, you don't need to pull back and you don't need to drop your hand. You just sink your elbow and it's going to come back to here. So let the movement relax more so that you have a blend of this and then, so then the body, your body form, is not just the hands. It's actually derived from the body. So when we're here, we lift. So the body has to lift, and then you sink. Right? So if it's one inhalation, one exhalation, breath should be coordinated with one inhalation, one exhalation, one execution, right?
So is that too extended?
What's that?
It should be extended that much. Is it too extended?
No. But you're actually working on your center. See, so you have to find your center. Yeah. Okay.
That would go more like this, but it should be more out.
Yeah, do a little bit more out. But I mean, once you have it, then if you shorten it, it can vary. But you still have to track your center line. So the variation of this, and this really becomes that. Right? So if I have this position, and I turn to this position, then there's lots of minute adjustments in the joints. So, but what we want to do is actually, when we inhale and exhale, exhale. Then when you're here, your arms should be like this. Right? So your forearm actually becomes firm, and then you have to cup your shoulders a little bit like this. Right. So when we're here and we come down to here, we lift like this, so we end up lifting like this. Then we shift and we're here. So that's the center line here. So if you look in the mirror here, your body should be like this. Not, so you're like this. And then when we turn and maintain the center line, we have to turn like this. And it can be this or this, but if you're here, this is the same position as here. And then we take the step. So over here, we turn, thrust, turn, and then it continues, you see. So the turn, everyone has a little trouble with that turn, because once you make that turn, why? Because you lose perspective of your space. See, we're here. Then when we turn to here, and we turn to here, and then turn to here, we lost our center line because the opening and closing of the movements don't track. So that's what you have to practice. So whatever, your worst movement needs to be practiced more. If you have a bad right hand, you have to practice that more. If you have a good right hand and a bad left, you have to work on your left for accuracy of position. So because even though they're both doing this, they're each doing their own motion. So you have to work that motion on that side, just like we work the two hands in the upper body. You still have a right-left relationship, but you still have to get this to be working right for it to be compatible with the one that's working correctly. So yeah, so if you just do, everyone just do it, just do the first position, right? So we're here, right? Then next, It's just in a stationary position without the stop, without the step. See if you can find your center line. Yeah, even if you go, yeah, 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 go, yeah, go, little bit higher, but don't pull your fingers in, just let them go naturally, yeah. And then this is like this, yeah. You see how your hand is dropping? Yeah. 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 It's good, yeah. And then go next. Now this should be flex, if you can press more so it's flatter, if you can, yeah, without actually doing that. Your hand, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this one can go back more. Yeah, so when you thrust, and then this. Yeah, so. Yeah. Straighter, yeah, okay. Yeah, relax the shoulder more, yeah. And then here. Then go. Yeah. Go. Yeah. So that's yeah. Next, other hand. Yeah. Do this one, yeah. Relax the shoulder.